This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Right now, the Major Case Squad is looking for at least one more person connected to a deadly shooting in Clayton. Police have arrested the suspected killer, Trenell Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Brent Solomon, in for Ann Allred. Investigators say Johnson killed Joshua Harris Monday morning after Harris tried to stop a group from breaking into cars. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer has been following this case all day long. She's live in Clayton with the very latest. Diamond.
Well, Brett and Kelly, the Major Case Squad has told me this afternoon in a phone call just hours ago that they are looking for one additional suspect, but they're not ruling out multiple suspects at this moment in time. And the police also say today they're still informing the family of the victim, Joshua Harris, about his death. Now, Monday, just before 5:30 a.m., police say Trenell Johnson and others were seen on surveillance video breaking into cars on Wydown Boulevard in Clayton. Police say the victim, Joshua Harris, saw the suspects trying to break into his wife's car. That's when Harris then confronted the thieves and the suspects fired several shots. When police arrived, they found Harris with a gunshot wound and he was pronounced deceased at the scene. I spoke to a floral business just doors away from where the crime happened, and they tell me their alley was the one the suspect walked through. The business says watching surveillance video of the suspect was most disturbing.
But when he was walking in the direction to shoot this guy, that was the worst of all, because it was with such purpose and at a pretty high rate of speed, and he had that gun kind of out in front of him. We could only see him from the back, but you could tell this guy meant business. He was there to shoot somebody.
Now, a spokesperson from the Major Case Squad says they are still following several leads at this moment in time for this crime, and they say they are being careful about releasing certain information not to compromise this case. But they say if you or anyone you know has information about this crime, you are urged to call their tip line at 314-955-0817. Reporting live here in Clayton, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Meanwhile, our I-team found records showing Johnson wasn't wearing an ankle monitoring bracelet, even though the court said he was supposed to. Christine Byers has new developments and response from prosecutors.
A memo from September shows the company who runs the ankle monitors for St. Louis County contacted the courts that his bracelet wasn't charged and that Johnson wasn't returning its messages. The letter we obtained shows that the company asked the court to allow them to get their equipment back. It also demanded payments for the equipment and notified the courts that he was no longer being monitored by GPS. Court filings show that on a hearing October 12th, the judge didn't bring any of this up. We spoke to St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell early this afternoon, and he says his office knew nothing about this.
I understand you weren't notified that when it arrived in the file, but it was in the file.
But it's in the file as a pretrial assessment. That's not anything that we take action on.
The memo was sent directly to Judge Bruce Hilton. A spokesman for the court says they can't comment per state statute. Tonight at 6, more of Bell's response and the rest of the background into Johnson's past, including Bell's objections that he be released on a reduced bond. For the I-team, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
And we will continue to follow this story on air and online. You can read more about this case and the suspect's background on ksdk.com and the 5 on your side app.
A Metro East woman will have to spend the holidays without her home after the vacant home next door caught fire. It happened early this morning. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings reports from East St. Louis.
The fire started right here inside this vacant home on North 22nd Street. As you can see, the property is completely blacked out. It quickly escalated, though, to this home with a family inside. They only had seconds to get out.
This video shows smoke coming out of both of the homes, now in ruins. Helen Vaughn says she was inside her house watching TV at 4:30 this morning when her smoke detector went off. She called for her daughter as the fire was blazing on one side of the house. Vaughn is unable to walk and called for her daughter, who was able to get her out before the fire grew larger. Here you see crews spraying the home. While it's no longer livable, Vaughn says she's grateful to be alive.
I'm very thankful. You can replace all those things, but you just can't replace life. I'm just thankful that, praise the Lord.
Fire crews were out here until mid-morning putting out hot spots. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Reporting in East St. Louis, Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Our weather first forecast as we head into the weekend, a cool and dry weekend around the bi-state.
That's right. We've got meteorologist Jim Castillo standing by. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, hi guys. Happy Friday. So tomorrow morning, let's just start there. It's going to be really chilly. So cold tonight as lows drop into the 20s outside of St. Louis and very close to freezing in the city. It's clear and the wind goes calm after midnight, but a little bit of a breeze there this evening. So Saturday and Sunday, 56 for Saturday, lots of sunshine. Sunday clouds increase, but we stay dry and about 62. So let's take a look at Thanksgiving week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it does look dry. It's windy on Wednesday, sunshine 46. Then on Thanksgiving, about 45, still very sunny, not as much wind, and 42 on Friday. And between that, we do get some rain, and I'll time that out for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim. Israel continues to search hospitals in Gaza tonight as its war against the militant group Hamas ramps up.
And while they have yet to find a Hamas command center, they have found the bodies of 2 hostages. NBC's Alice Barr with the very latest.
Intense focus on hospitals today as Israeli forces search multiple medical centers for Hamas operations. In the occupied West Bank, medical workers told to come out of their hospital with hands up. Israel claiming gunmen may have hidden there after what it says is a counter-terrorism operation that killed at least 5 Palestinians. While in the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces still searching for evidence of the Hamas command center they claim is under Al-Shifa Hospital, sharing images of guns, grenades, and what the Israeli military says is the entrance to a tunnel in the hospital complex. NBC News cannot independently verify that.
We're just scratching the surface. Now, I think we need to be a bit patient. We are 100% certain that this is a base of operations.
Israeli forces say they've now found the bodies of 2 hostages close by Al-Shifa, a 19-year-old Israeli soldier and a 65-year-old grandmother who had been suffering from cancer.
She was everything to me, to her family.
Doctors inside Al-Shifa telling NBC News that 43 of the hospital's 63 ICU patients have died in the last week without the necessary oxygen and supplies.
No one has arranged anyone, any way of evacuating these.
The World Health Organization says it's working to get patients out but needs safe evacuation routes and fuel, just as Israel is warning civilians to leave several neighborhoods in the south where they were told they would be safe. Already, hospitals in the south are overwhelmed amid continued bombings, as humanitarian groups raise the alarm about a severe lack of food and water across Gaza. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And you can get updates on that war by texting the word Israel to 314-425-5355.
Well, Thanksgiving travel is going to be busy. How you can steer your trip in the right direction.
And cooking, shopping, and stressing. How to manage your mental health during the holiday.